So you want to see the Lightship, do you? Is that why you're here? You really want to see it? Are you sure you're ready to see it? I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're worthy. I don't think you're smart enough to see the Lightship. Just kidding. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, I figured I kept you waiting long enough. Actually, I didn't want to keep you waiting that long, but it seems the cosmos has conspired against me. I was gonna rush outside tomorrow night, or last night, actually, and film the Lightship for you, but I'm sure it was up there. I can feel it in my heart that it was up there. Except, it was cloudy all freaking day, and then raining all freaking night. So you couldn't see a single stinking star, never mind the stinking Lightship. So I thought, well, okay, I'll do it tonight. So I look outside, it's still cloudy. I checked the forecast, it's gonna be cloudy and raining until Saturday. So unfortunately, it looks like prophecy has failed yet again. I can't show it to you. Well, at least I can't show it to you live right here, right now. But I'm pretty sure I can find a picture for you. So, what is it? Did you see it? I did. Oh yeah, I know you don't believe me, but I saw it. Actually, if we take a look at the comments from my previous video, I think some of you smart people figured out what I was talking about. Okay, step one. Let's look at the prophecy again. What did the prophecy say? Well, it said that on the night of October 14th, or the day, whatever, but, you know, most visible at night, because you always see UFOs better at night, don't you? We would see a tremendous Lightship appear in our skies. 2,000 miles in diameter. Clear as day. Take pictures of it. See it. Look up, see it. An actual physical manifestation of an alien spacecraft. Okay, so let's go back. The description. 2,000 miles in diameter. Okay. Blazing light. Okay. And it would stay in our skies for 3 nights. Got all that? Step 2. In certain New Age circles, and even astronomical circles, our little blue orb, the planet Earth, is sometimes referred to as Spaceship Earth. Why is it referred to as Spaceship Earth? I don't know. I guess the sort of fanciful notion that we're hurtling blindly through the cosmos, exploring the universe on our little blue spaceship, which isn't really true because we're just in orbit around the sun. But okay. We're on Spaceship Earth. Just for the sake of argument, that's what we'll call it. Spaceship Earth. So if we're on Spaceship Earth, and on October 14th, we were to look into the sky, we would see Lightship Moon. There's your lightship, folks. Let's look at the prophecy again. October 14th. An object, a spacecraft, whatever, 2,000 miles in diameter will appear in our skies. The moon is 2,000 miles in diameter. It will have blazing light. Full moon. It's as bright as the moon gets. It will stay in our skies for 3 days. That's how long the full moon cycle lasts. After that 3 days, it goes into waning phase where the light slowly fades. And then it starts all over again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've cracked the code. Blossom Goodchild was absolutely correct. She successfully predicted that there would be a full moon this month. Was it not obvious? Did you not get it? Ah! Alright, just for fun, let's take a look at some of the comments I got on my previous video. Looks like most of you got the joke, and quite a few of you figured it out. Actually, within minutes of me posting the video, Buddhist Geek left a comment, said, "Let me guess, the full moon?" Kudos to you, Buddhist Geek, you're right on the ball. You got it right away. JPPT 1974 said, "Didn't see the outside, unfortunately." I don't know if he's talking about my video or him, that he didn't go outside yesterday on the 14th, or that he didn't see the outside in my video. I don't know, whatever. Jason Was Here said, "On my way to decipher it right now." And then we never heard from him again, so I guess he's still working on that. Ego Tail Trail Circle. Okay, Ego Tail Trail Circle left a bunch of comments. I'll go through them real quickly here. It says, "Too many people have too much attachment to ego. You think it's gonna just happen outright? I'm certain it will happen, but when the time is ripe. Now get down to crying. Rid yourself of the karma." Okay, I'll get right on that. It says, oh, and actually I pretty much agree with what he's saying here. He says, "Oh, and another thing, I think we have to deal with what's on Earth before we graduate to the galaxy. Some nations die of starvation, human rights, power struggles. This shit isn't going to help manifest our next rung up the ladder." Yes, that's very true. And I think that's the big problem with a lot of these New Age religion/cult things, whatever you want to call them. It's great that the people who are in these things have the intention of making the world a better place, but they're going about it in the wrong way. They're focused too much on their own personal spiritual growth and believing in something out there, whether it be aliens or God or whatever. They're not actually affecting anything. You know what I mean? It's like they're not actually making any changes in the world. They're too focused on aliens coming down and making everything right, whether it be in a teaching capacity or a message of light and love or whatever. They're not actually doing anything to affect change in our world. I totally agree. I think the world's a really fucked up place right now. We got corrupt government, we got so much hatred and racism and prejudice just within our society. Just look at comments on any random YouTube video. There is so much hate out there, it's ridiculous. And I really gotta wonder. One of the things I was looking at after the 14th and on the 14th was the blogs and message boards and forums and such related to the event. And because I was really curious as to what the rationale would be. It's like, okay, clearly nothing happened. The prediction was false. The prophecy was false. It was unfulfilled. How are those who believed in it going to react? Well, to put it bluntly, with denial. Just flat out denial. Like, they're saying, oh, no, something did happen. But only, people enlightened like me are aware of it. The Galactic Federation of Light did come in our hearts. It's like, no, I'm sorry. That's not what the prediction was. That is not what the prediction was. The prediction was actual physical spaceship in our sky for 3 days, take lots of pictures of it. Physical manifestation. Don't give me this spiritual mumbo-jumbo excuse bullshit, because that's not what the prophecy was. Just admit it, prophecy failed to be fulfilled yet again. Alright? I'm just sick of seeing this kind of thing crop up again and again and again, and people still falling for it. Like, one of the excuses I saw was like, yeah, the lightship did appear. Didn't you see it? Oh, well, I guess you weren't worthy enough to see it. That sounds like an old story that I seem to recall from way, way back. You're not worthy enough to see the lightship. Kind of like you're not smart enough to see the Emperor's new clothes. Yeah. Which most of us heard in kindergarten. Come on. It's the Emperor's New Clothes Sci-Fi Edition. Give me a break. Well, if anything, that just serves as the final clinching proof of the failure of our education system, because apparently there's a lot of people out there who failed to pass kindergarten. The other thing was, the other excuse I saw was like, oh, well, okay, it didn't happen on the 14th, so I guess that's, the date was wrong. So, but it still will happen at some point. Yeah, okay, so basically now you're saying the prophecy is something will happen at some point, somewhere, somehow, someday. Yeah, could you be any more vague? No. As I said in my previous video, the thing that made this prophecy interesting was how specific it was. We were given a specific date, a specific time frame. It didn't happen. Get out of denial, people. Get out of denial, okay? You know, I'm not saying don't be spiritual people. No, spirituality is great. Spirituality can be a useful tool for self-improvement and for helping others. I'm all for spirituality. What I'm not all for is this blind following of, the golden calf. I'm not saying follow God. I'm not saying follow Allah. I'm not saying believe in aliens. I'm saying believe in what works for you, what is better for you spiritually, and work with that to better our world. Don't foist your beliefs on people. Don't, tell people how to live their lives, which some of you may say that's what I'm doing right now. But no, if that's what you think I'm saying, you're missing the point of what I'm saying. I'm saying just be better people. You don't need to follow charlatans like Blossom Goodchild in order to accomplish that in your lives. All right? She was a con artist, pure and simple. And don't give me the whole thing about her YouTube apology being, proof of her being a good person. She's a fucking actress and a sci-fi author, okay? Give it a rest. Don't turn her into the next L. Ron Hubbard, all right? Yeah, I said it. Come and get me, Scientology. Fuck you, too. All right. Where are we here? So, Sagaski says, this reminds me of Michael Travessier, misspelling. I have no idea who that is, but I'll take your word for it. Are you talking about the Moonies, the suicide cult thing? I don't know. Whatever. I don't follow this kind of thing very often. It's just because this one got so much attention that it was kind of hard not to notice. Ego Tail Trail Circle at it again. Yeah, and keep meditating if that's what you prefer, and creating merit, helping fellow humans. That includes everyone. We can't leave out our enemies. We have to deal with all human family, and they got to include us. You see, spiritual growth is taking place. Goodwill and peace to all. Maybe then we can have our exciting visitation. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. Ego Tail Trail Circle, I checked his profile. He's got a lot of stuff about the Matrix and stuff, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if he's sort of being tongue-in-cheek or what. Maybe it's just going over my head. But he is raising some points in there, basically. Love and light is a great message, but you don't need aliens to bring it to you, okay? Buddhist Geek chimed in again, said it is impossible to be certain of something that has yet to occur. I guess essentially saying the future is not written. It's constantly changing, and which is true. Perhaps you meant to convey your strong sense of conviction or intuition. I don't know. Once again, I'm not sure if that's directed towards me or the situation or what. Anyway, Sagaski. I love this comment. LOL. Actually, she was right in a way. We did get visited by aliens. And as you said, you were surprised at how close the date was. Yes, because that day was the day Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out on DVD. Good call, Sagaski. I actually missed that connection. Thanks for pointing it out. Another connection that I was a little concerned about. If the prophecy was true, and part of the prophecy, or not the prophecy, but the overall belief was that the Galactic Federation of Light had been seeding our media with things to prepare us for their visit. Another thing that came out on the 14th was a little video game called Dead Space, which is basically about man discovering this alien marker that is somehow linked to these alien life forms that take over dead bodies and turn them into basically space zombies. And yeah, it was scary as hell, and I thought, wow, I hope that isn't one of the things they planted in the media, because that would suck. That said, really fun game. I actually bought it yesterday, and there's a video coming up about it, so stay tuned for that. Lightbats chimes in and says, actually, yeah, and I remember the ending to that movie. The ship was 2 miles long. No doubt. It lights up inside and outside. There you go. There's your light ship. Go watch Indiana Jones. Chu Feng Zhang. Sorry, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Said, let me know when you post it. Thanks. It's posted. You're welcome. Something Japanese says, I have seen the light ship, quoting me from the video. It says, no, that's not true. That's impossible. Well, yeah. It depends on your interpretation. I say the moon is the light ship because it fits the prophecy, so there you go. Look up. You can see the light ship too, unless it's a cloudy night. Yeah, mate. Rules. Said, yeah, mate. I know, we see it every night. It's the moon. Good call, Rules. You got it too. After all, the theory of the alien moon is not that stupid. Think about it. Maybe the aliens have secretly made a base on the moon for ages. That's right, they're watching us. Have you ever seen 2001: A Space Odyssey? That's where they discovered the monolith that was sitting there watching, waiting to be discovered, because they knew once we discovered that, we were ready for the next level of ascension. Scary shit. Arthur C. Clarke. Arthur C. Clarke was better at predicting the future than Blossom Goodchild. Not to mention a great sci-fi author. Here to stay 04. To be honest, I did see a weird light show on my smoke break at work. I wasn't sure of what it was, but it did intrigue me, as it was something I had never seen in my area. Actually, he said I had ever seen, but I assume he means I had never seen. The only weird thing I saw on the 14th, and this can easily be explained away as a natural phenomenon, was I saw some contrails in the sky. It was funny. It was actually the night that Annetta graduated from her college program. So we were all out at the graduation ceremony, and after the graduation ceremony, the clouds had cleared and the full moon was out in all its glory. And I yelled at the sky, I said, where's the spaceship? We were supposed to see a spaceship tonight. I want to know where the fucking spaceship is. I see the moon looks beautiful, but I don't see any spaceship. The only weird thing I saw was there were some contrails. I'm foaming and frothing at the mouth here. I'm going crazy! There were some contrails, or chemtrails, whatever you want to call them, in the air. And they were just kind of hanging there. There was one that zipped across, and there was another one that kind of crossed over it. So it was sort of like two sides of a triangle. Oh my god, it's all about triangles. Number 23. No, never mind. So then we went home, and I looked out about an hour later, and the contrails were still there in like the exact same position, kind of surrounding the moon. It's almost as if the aliens were showing us where to look. It was like a big greater than, less than symbol with the moon right in the middle. Oh, yeah. Okay, what else? Irish Mafia 88, hi Ali, said, the light ship is the moon? Yes, you got it too. Only 9 hours after Buddhist Geek, but hey, better late than never. S4D Face, this is truly inspirational. I saw a beautiful aircraft last night. It had like 2 large triangular wings, and like something was attached to each wing. It was weird. Also, it had like flashing lights, and it made quite a loud rumbling sound. I was like, WTF? Congratulations, S4D Face. You saw an airplane. You are so fucking lucky, man. That's amazing. Yeah, the truth is out there. Or is it up there? Lightbats chimes in and says, yeah, that's the government testing out their new fighter. I have a cousin who works for them. Dead serious. So the new fighter looks exactly like the old fighters, I guess. I don't know. Light Bats says, hey, we were late, okay? Geez, it's hard to find a gas station which doesn't charge 80 gumbos a Gilton in the Crowd Nebula. Yeah, I guess, see, the war in Iraq is just affecting the whole universe. It's like, damn. I don't know what Mark said. WFW 2001. Okay, final comment. At last, I hear you say. The alien was not come for love. They sent message to her. It just a lie. She just one of the believer. They hate her. Well, yeah, that's the thing. If the aliens are real, which of course we all know they aren't because they're just too human in appearance. If we ever do see aliens, they're not going to be blonde-haired, blue-eyed, wearing cool Galactic Federation uniforms and say, hey, how's it going? No, they're going to be so ridiculously alien we may not even recognize them. Because as attractive as it is to think that there's life out there, and I firmly believe that with the vastness of the universe, there's got to be some form of life out there, but it's just pure ignorance to automatically assume that A, they're going to look like us, B, that they're even going to be remotely humanoid at all, because who's to say what the environment on their planet is like, C, that they've evolved to the point where they would be able to travel through space and be aware of us and want to visit us, or C, or D, whatever, next. What if they've evolved so far beyond us that we're like insects to them? We would be the equivalent of the bacteria they found on Mars recently, It's like, whatever. They won't care. What if they're just beings of pure energy or beings of pure thought with no physical form whatsoever? Read some science fiction. There's been plenty of speculation out there about what actual alien life could be like. And I'm sorry, but the Galactic Federation of Light, it's not it. Did anybody else find it odd that it's the Galactic Federation of Light? Star Trek? And that one of the primary message givers from the Galactic Federation was Commander Adama? Battlestar Galactica, anyone? Can you more blatantly rip off current, well-known sci-fi? Apparently you can, and people will still believe you. Wow. P.T. Barnum was right. There's a sucker born every minute. So what do we need to do? Well, first off, we need to take a cold, hard look at our educational system, because clearly people aren't getting enough education in their thick skulls. Second, we need to be teaching people to think for themselves, to analyze and be critical. And beyond that, I don't know. Maybe you guys know, but I don't know. All I'm trying to do is get by in this world and cope. Well, that's it for my philosophical diatribes this week. Next time, we're going to get back to some video game action, because I know that's what you're waiting for. As I mentioned, I bought Dead Space, and I got a lot to say about it. It is good. Believe the hype. It is a great game, and I'm having so much fun with it. So, once again, did a playthrough. Played about the first hour, and you can watch that in episodes. And then after that, I'm actually going to do some kind of an in-depth review where I just actually sit and talk about the game for a bit and tell you about some of the pros and cons about it. So watch for that coming up sometime in the next few days, part 1, and like that. So hope you enjoyed the journey into the light, the exploration of the Lightship, and thank you all for your comments. They were awesome, and they gave me lots of stuff to talk about in this second part. So hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara.